They've tried
Yeah.
a couple things. They haven't done a lot. They don't have a content plan like you do, or people in your network probably do. With everything that you've learned over the 8 years that you mentioned, if you were to start over today, you have no audience, you have no leads, you have no momentum, right? Like you have nothing going for you content wise. How would you structure the next 30 days?
Yeah, that's a loaded question, and also interesting because at the beginning or at the end of 2024, going into 2025, I started a brand new account on Instagram to see, right? Because it's like all day long I'm talking to agents, teaching agents, and kind of coaching them on content strategy. And like I know the things that you should do, but kind of as my content had evolved over the years, I wasn't necessarily doing those things that I was telling other people to do, right? And so it's
Mm-hmm.
like, do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. And so I was like, hey, you know what, I'm going to try this out. I'm not going to tell anyone about it, and I'm going to see how it goes. And I know you're on the road a lot with Tom and Jason and Jimmy, and like they found out about the account a few months in, and I was like, no, like stop telling people about it. I don't want people to know. And Jimmy was getting mad at me because I was like telling him to stop talking about it. um, but the entire idea behind that account is I'm doing hyper local news style content with like a
Mm-hmm.
green screen and background behind me that has images, and it's very easy to make. But I think that if you aren't making content or you haven't seen the traction that you want to see with content, I would focus in on niching down on your content, right? And so right now what we're seeing on Instagram and even on Facebook for some people is that a specific niche of content and type of content that's repeatable and doing it over and over again, whether that's a couple times a week or every single day, is outperforming and so much more than the people that are like, Kristi's like, oh, I'm just going to do a video a day of just some random stuff. And sometimes it's going to be a home tour, and other times it's going to be a new restaurant. Sometimes it's going to be this. And so, like, gone are the days of the like 5 pillars of content and posting one video,
Oh,
kind of thing. You need to pick a pillar or pick a thing and do it very frequently. And so, again, like the new style content, I'm doing it every single day. But like an Alyssa Kernot, she's doing maybe 1 to 3 feed posts a week of hyper local on scene style reporting in Washington, right? Like Sam RP out of Boston is doing 1 to 2 video tours a week. Like you don't have to necessarily post every single day in order to gain an audience and have traction, but you just really need to, at first at least, niche down and figure out the thing that you can be like known for. And then once you build that audience, you can branch out and do other things and test content and try out stuff. But like when you're first starting out or first restarting out, I would definitely recommend focusing in on one specific thing at first.